there's talk.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you to settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
I thought you might finally be warming to... Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is. Otto is lucky to... I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto and blamed himself for not being able to stop. I don't know how it happened.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, an ill habit.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Do you see anything you like? An excellent choice. I'll be here if you need me.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Let's go.
Yeah! Kraken wins!
This one. Nice try.
That's it.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Fang is gone.
Back again, are you?
The crystal gone.
Any more trouble and you'll be barred
What are
for
we gonna
life,
do?
however deep your friend's pockets might be.
We don't know for sure.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy patrons has purchased these.
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be
Please, allow me to... His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's...
Redeem!
Very good. Would you mind stepping...
I'm sorry if I've caught that.
That? No. That he has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the... A single-edged sword.
Ah,
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
you have but to state it. You are welcome to...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool...
I don't suppose you saw the...
I did not, no. Though every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind.
Farewell.
We're not alone.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Get him!
This must be Ignat. Nothing seems to be all right.
I hear I have you. What shall I call you, Michael?
Wyvern. Glad to make
A formidable name. Well, Wyvern. Redeem here tells me you...
a few moments of your time.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could...
Oh, true. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my... It was made in the Outer Isles, far, and is used exclusively, they believe. No combat should ever Each sword is made for that one. There's a brutal...
But how did they hone such an...
Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them. But it is the final a mineral. Quite. And that. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal. Take this. The very stone of and a far.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition. I am one.
And there are many other...
Too many to count. But only one do I consider my nemesis, and is a perennial thought. Farewell, Wyvern, may our Radim, we must...
I think his lordship... Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting right now. Let's see what Black...
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
I noticed. So, Mob'll teach me for treat. All right, now we know what you're after. I can see it.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, in return, you can thank Tom.
I was just on my way to see... Sorry for the word, but hopefully you look...
You learned something about that.
I did better than that. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish. One hit and it might not be so bad if all you ever forward. Good luck on the battlefield.
Even so, is there some way it could be you?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of stick, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a slip. I reckon we get a dozen swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah, no point trying to copy. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this, and what's finer than just imagine it? Good Valisthian steel with I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will just...
I'll be working day... Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when you've got the material.
Right?
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
He cracked the crystal.
Oh, I'm never
Ah, were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
But that reminds me, do you recall our conversation concerning
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Sheep, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the record...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than consider. That in addition to Lady Jill, in short, the icons hitherto near at hand, and that number has only grown. As the realms, one can but speculate.
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow...
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
All right, there's. How's that hunt for the...
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And you're a gent. Right then. There we... The Telemon Mallet.
Very impressive.
Says the...
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our thought we might use it to breathe new life. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag...
Well,
That's the spirit! Well...
it certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavour. And I'm telling you...
Well, don't just stand there gawping. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
I've got a few more things to pack before I leave. I'll meet yous down in Buckland.
He cracked the crystal too.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Here for another of my lectures. How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive. Here's the latest information I have. Thus ends today's lesson.
Good. So Lady Karen accepted the...
Ah. But she was just too stubborn to touch. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't saying I...
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
In case you've forgotten, Twinside's under siege. So don't miss it.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you won. Would you prefer the debt was repaid?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you. I may have tossed a talent or two in the... But those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity.
Of course not. But surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have...
Oh, so you're a print? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab a canny one, meanwhile. Might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sydney. Might be I already have a buyer. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid who's beautiful. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be...
I hear you ended up thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder why.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of you.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories. How long did you know Sid before?
Before he died. Back in the day. He bought passage to... We set up drinking Island rum. Quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. There was the magic woking sun, and there was no hiding.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me Luckily, it was him who stood beside him. And he was true to his word, too. Threw away everything he had. I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
You, might want to give that thing a rinse. Can't claim it's what Sid would have wanted, but even he wasn't right about everything.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing toes helped.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have a few new notes that might interest you. You wish to study the tones?
He cracked the crystal too.